Hello all of you beautiful people, Jules here for WhatCulture.com, and I want to talk to you today. Wait a minute. This isn't a regular list, despite what people say. I'm live action. Oh Christ, does that mean it's time for me to get angry again? I don't want to. I just spent like a month off from this trying to calm down. Me and Jeremy went on holiday. He drunk a bloody mojito. Okay, let's psych ourselves up then. You ready, Jeremy? Here we go. Yeah, that'll do it. There we are, so let's take a tour de force around my dong massif as we do the exact opposite of what your mum does to me down the massage parlour and talk about video game endings that absolutely f***ing suck. Well, actually that is a bit of a lie because your mum does suck. However, I'm not entirely satisfied with the service that she's giving. And yes, there you go, there is my one per list. Even though this isn't a list, you're welcome. Explosions. So let's kick things off with Asura's Wrath. Now this game, for the most part, is utterly brilliant, a fantastic action spectacle which shows that despite what my therapy sessions and multiple court appearances have warned me against, that anger can solve all of your problems. Plus, there was a scene in which you would be punished for being a perv, which I found hilarious. Yet I was like a blown gasket when it came to the end of this game, as despite leaving my fist imprint on anything that moved and some things that didn't, all in the name of love, once Asura had finally been reunited with his daughter and the credits had rolled, I was ready to put down the controller and have a little nod to myself in appreciation of a great game. Well done, Jules. Oh, you're welcome, mate. Do you want to go and have a wank now? Yeah, let's go down, Dad. But then, this happened. Okay, cool, yeah, so I guess I've got to just go and complete some more episodes or get a higher ranking. No biggie. The game's good enough, right? So I went away and I smashed up a like button or hit a share or whatever the kids are saying nowadays, and then I came back to find this ending. Olga about to kill my kid. Oh, okay, time for a boss. Oh no, wait, she's dead, pulling the biggest orgasm face in gaming. And now there's a spider on my child. Get off, you shiny sculpture, before Operation U-Tree sends your ass back to the deep web. Okay, and now she's Super Saiyan. And now the game's over. What? Okay, well, at least there's a little bit more. Maybe it'll explain what the hell is going on. Nope, not in the slightest. In fact, all it does is tell you that this adventure isn't over because the then upcoming DLC will fill it in. Absolutely outrageous. Now, I've never shit in anger, but I tell you I was bloody close. And I mean, you can all see why this sucks, right? It was a great game ruined by horrible baiting. Not even a sequel bait was bad enough, but a DLC one that you knew you were gonna buy because it was leaving you on such a cliffhanger that eats away at your very soul. Asura's ass, more like. Anyway, moving on. Now, if there's one thing I love about crossovers in video games as a medium and the Star Wars franchise, it's that the games that have come out of it are usually a force to be reckoned with. yeah, that's all right. I'm here all week. Stop. Rich! Stop! Rich! I mean, look at these games that synergize Sith and simulation. You got Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2 and Xbox, the old ones, they're the best ones, and everyone's favorite, Star Wars Bombad Racing. I kid you not, I'm pulling your penis on that one. It was crap. However, I can honestly say that I wasn't expecting Star Wars The Force Unleashed to blow me away as much as it did, but lo and behold, there was a pure fantasy of power and exhilaration that normally I'd have to pay for. The game felt unique, it felt interesting, and was ultimately a lot of fun. Yet its sequel was like trying to follow up a main course meal of rare meats and exotic spices with a bunless Big Mac that somebody had covered in special sauce of man mayonnaise and used dental floss. I tell you, much like Rich, who edits these videos, Force Unleashed 2 was short, boring, never stopped talking about Roller Coaster Tycoon, and when experienced in my bedroom late at night, was ultimately unsatisfying. I cannot explain why the devs decided to shit out this game in the state that they did. Oh no, wait, yes I can. plan is because they were trying to force pull the Wookiee bucks out of my wallet. Yet nothing was as bad as the ending, which felt like such a slap in the hams because no matter what choice you make in this game, nothing at all matters. Either you decide to ditch Darth Dad and go running off into space only to be killed by Tango Feet and his kid Bobby Feta Cheese, which is fine because I guess they have to close off the story, albeit in a sad way. But the real pube plucker is the dark side ending. Here, if you decide to lop off Vader's helmet, you have the entire concept of choice taken away from you, and instead of being able to enact your revenge, you take a saber to the guts that your mum would actually wince at. Yes, that's right, it's 2 per list. Wipe me down, this gravy is warm. Now here's the thing, I've not necessarily got a problem with the fact that you can't kill one of the central figures of the Star Wars universe, but I was incredibly pissed off when the studios get around that by basically just saying, it was a clone who killed you, who was also evil, and now he's gonna take your place. Why couldn't they have just shown Starkiller falling back into line with his old mentor and turning on his friends in a pursuit of power? Or better yet, be driven off from killing Darth Dad and being forced into exile? Anything would have been better than this, because it felt like such a terrible and lazy move that I was Jediing inside thanks to Darth Dickhead and his cockbag clone. No, calm down. No, come on, calm down. Please, it was just a joke, it was just a silly pun. Whew, right, okay, I've got to calm down now. I'm getting a bit sweaty in my flaps. Let's go into space. Let's just rise up into space. Yeah, there we go. Oh, floating in space. Nice and cool up here. Chill out a bit. Oh look, it's classic space stuff. David Bowie's Space Ghost just riding on a walrus made of Prince William's skin, shooting peanuts from its fins. Classic space stuff up there, I don't know. Why am I getting angry up here still? I would have thought I'd be in the frigid void of space that I'd calm down a little. Oh, that's right, it's because being up here has reminded me how terrible an ending No Man's Sky originally had. It felt like having a marrow shoved up my black hole, an ending that was so... Wait. Can I actually breathe in space? No. Okay, down we go. Now, while I could go all in on Sean Murray and his No Man's Skies team for false promises that made even Peter Molyneux look fucking trustworthy, I'm not gonna do that. That team has made huge advancements with the game, and right now, at this time of filming, No Man's Sky is a good game with tons of features and money put into it. However, the original ending felt like Josh Brown trying to threaten me. Utterly empty and laughable. I kid, I once took Josh's hairspray from him and he scratched my face up something fierce. I had to have 4 stitches and I got about 5 STDs from the mad little shagger. Anyway, if you've ever had the joy to drift towards the center of the universe in No Man's Sky before they added in all that extra sweet content, then you would have been in for such a disappointment. The game encourages you to reach the oldest part of the universe, upgrading your ship, collecting resources and doing everything you can in the quest to answer what lies at the heart of creation. It posits that there will be something of a deeper meaning, some form of massive revelation to be given to the player upon reaching this destination. Can you see where the programmers ran into some issues yet? Yes, setting up such a situation is dooming you to failure, as how are you, a mere human, going to be able to provide a satisfying narrative to all of existence in a way that will please everyone? Hell, we as a race can't even make a fucking cup of noodles in comparison to answering that question. So what did they do? Well, much like that time that I knocked out Ewan's headmaster at a parent-teacher evening because they said that he didn't like my take a stab at bullying by literally stabbing them idea, this player gets unceremoniously turfed back to the starting galaxy with nothing to show for it but their starting weapons. It was absolutely gutting and turned this entire quest for self-discovery and reflection into a different type of reflection. One of you in some sort of seedy, broken-ass roadside bathroom mirror where you see yourself taking a painful shit after eating a discount pasty that you swear must have been made of broken glass and laxatives for all the good it's doing your ring piece. And speaking of painful and emotional experiences that I definitely didn't have, let's talk about Halo 2. My God, did I want to love this game, and I will not say a bad word about the multiplayer, as that was like sun-dried toast on a crisp summer's afternoon. Absolutely delicious. However, my friends, all was not well with that single player, because while it was salacious fun to jump into the clompers of Master Chief and wade through enemies like they were made of beans, the sections with the grave mines, the absolute guff with the brutes taking over from the elites, and the awful driving sections did dampen my loaf somewhat. And you know what? I am not a duck and I do not like white bread! But nothing doth bog my brioche more than the ending. I mean, I get it. Making a sequel is hard. It's the challenging second album syndrome, but this was just a glorified ad for Halo 3 that you had to goddamn pay for, and it wasn't even a good one. Having Master Chief say that he was going to finish the fight and then cut to black is like a slap in the face and a yank on my colon. I know now that it's easy enough to just hop straight into Halo 3 and actually see the narrative through to the conclusion. But having to wait from 2004 to 2007 was in agony. If the wait was only like a year or announced then and there, then maybe we could have accepted it. But my lord, that cliffhanger ending that just came about with a lackluster final boss made it chafe all the more. Up until this point, Halo had steered clear of notable bosses, and this was clearly the reason why. And to have the ending dangled in front of your nana like your nana's tit was just infuriating and disgusting. Luckily, the third game made good on its closing of the trilogy, but at that point, it was like a death of 1,000 needlers that made you feel like an utter grunt. Jeremy, what did you think of this? Die, you goddamn dirty ape! And finally, we close on a game from a series that I actually bloody love, Ghosts and Goblins. Now, when you hear people bitching and moaning about Dark Souls, Cuphead, Sekiro, and all the rest of these games being too hard, you show them this game, because this game is like my little meat devil, fucking rock solid. If you've never had the pleasure to play this plethora of pain, then you take up the semi-naked role of Arthur, who's had his slice snatched up by a supernatural shite and whisked away. Therefore, because he was in the midst of getting his helmet shined, if you know what I'm saying, Arthur is right on the case to mace this devil's face. Check out the rhyme schemes, boy. However, in order to do that, he's got to put down more things than a vet does when an outbreak of cat syphilis crops up, and that strangely seems to coincide whenever Rich goes on holiday. Zombies, bats, woody pigs, yeah, that's what one of the enemies is called, good naming there, all need to fall as well as some big bad bosses in order for Arthur to be reunited with his lady love. Except when you beat the game for the first time, you won't get a hearty congratulation. Instead, you'll get this. Being the wise and courageous knight that you are, pause, you feel strength welling, full stop, in your body. Full stop. Return to starting point, challenge again. I'm sorry, what? Strength welling, courageous, challenge again? What the bloody hell are you on about, mate? Have you been on the Buckfast Abbey tonic wine for breakfast again? Don't worry though, I've got the answer to this. Oh, and we have a caller. Hello, dialer dickhead. Oh, what's that? You've completed the game once? Oh, sir, you pathetic goof. You've got to complete it again in order to see the real ending. No, I don't know what strength welling is. No, it's probably not something I can shove up my arse. Well, good day to you, sir. Suits my dong massive. So yeah, you've got to beat the game twice. A game that is as hard as northern women are here in the UK and will mess you up worse than the British schooling system. And what do you get for your goddamn efforts? Congratulations! This story is happy end. Thank you. No game, it was not a happy end. F you. And there we have it. Video game endings that suck harder than being told that your dog ate some razor blades and is dead, but not before biting a baby who is now dead and you're being sued by the dead baby's parents. Hashtag relatable, right? Anyway, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below. See you later. What? You thought that I'd give like a decent ending after making an episode literally based on bad endings? You poor, poor fools. I bet you want to know if Rich is okay after I beat him up in the last episode as well. I guess I could do it. Fine, just hold on a minute. See, look, he's here. He's absolutely fine. Come on, there we go. Oh, you cheeky lad, eh? Look, he's absolutely fine. And you're all right, Rich, aren't you? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. And for the intents and purposes of illegal documentation, you are alive and well right now. Give the boys and girls a nice big thumbs up at home. There we go. That's great, isn't it? Look, yeah, look how happy he is, eh? Look how happy he is. You're fine, aren't you? Yeah, he's fine. Get off you. Get off me. Go edit this video.